Yo people, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, got an exciting video this week. Yeah, definitely gonna be getting a lot of work done. As you might be able to see, the 912 has been cut in half. Yeah, Dad did that the other day, so we'll chuck those clips in now.
Okay, well, we're back here today in the shed. Back to, well, hopefully cut this apart. So it was pointed out by Declan's brother that we may not have explained things too well. So basically, what we're doing here is stripping this car, which is a 912 we picked up a couple of months ago, and pretty cheap. It had parts on it that we wanted, and so basically we're stripping the car for parts, and we're going to put them on the 911. So today, the plan is to cut through this last longitudinal here, which is kind of keeping the car, well, sort of together. Yeah, so that's the plan. Cut it in half, split it up, turn the two halves over so that we can take all the underside off, and then we're basically going to harvest any of the remaining bits and pieces before we chuck what is left of the body away. It was all too far gone to repair. So if you were wondering if it wasn't clear in one of the first videos, that's what we're doing. Right, I'm also going to cut out that other headlight bucket. Got it. Okay, cool. So that's how we got to this point. The 912 is all cut into two pieces.
And I've just had a little bit of feedback from the last video. Some people weren't too sure what's actually going on with this project. So for our new videos, I'm just going to give a really quick 20-second update on what's going on here. So here we have our 1973 911T that we've just been doing little bits of work on. But this is the main project for the channel. We imported it from Germany, and yeah, this is our project. And then of course we've just bought this 912, which we're cutting into pieces as a parts car, so purely just to strip it down and take what we can off it that we can reuse, because our 911 didn't come with any anything really other than just the shell. So that's what's going on, and yeah, I'll get back to you in a second with what we're doing in this week's video. So as you've just seen, I've been working on this piece, cleaning it up, and I'm going to continue to do so until it's all nice and shiny, and then we'll be able to prime it. And this piece just goes in the engine bay here. Obviously what was there has been cut out, I'm assuming because of rust damage, but if we come over here and have a look at Wilkes, this is a 69 911. So that's what it will hopefully look like when it's all done. Obviously ours is the 911T. If you didn't know, the T in 911 stands for touring. So they had the 911S, 911E. The 911T was the touring, so it was essentially the race spec model, from my understanding. So it was just yeah, performance based, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to keep working on this and get it all nice and shiny, and then I'll probably trim up there, trim this up, and then we'll be able to tack it in and get it fully welded in. Right, so Jason's here now, and we're just going to continue taking everything off these two halves of the 912. G'day, so today we only put in just about an hour. We've got, Declan was working on the front part of the car, so worked at getting some bits off here, a little bit more off the dash here, a couple of the ignition barrel and so on. I've been working on the back end. I've got the rear suspension out, some brake lines, the hanger, gearbox hanger and so on. So that's not bad. It's pretty much ready to be cut off, cut up and chucked out. But just a short one today, getting a bit more done, and hopefully we'll get most of this finished up in the next 2 or 3 hours. We can get most of the rest of it off, and then we can cut all the rest of the body up and chuck out what we don't need, that's rusty and holey and completely useless. And that's it. Till next time.
Hey guys, back in the warehouse today, and we are going to do a little bit of work. We're continuing to pull apart this parts car, which we've purchased to basically buy a whole bunch of the bits and pieces, front end, parts, gauges, etc. We're going to cut off the ends of this so we can stand it upright and take off the front end. This is right. Well, we seem to be having battery issues today. Working on pulling the front end off this car, off the parts car. We've got to catalogue a whole bunch of stuff that we've taken off the back end. The wiring loom over there on the floor. Yeah, pretty much. Then yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to come off the doors. They need to come apart. So this is all from the parts car. We are in the process of basically cutting it up so we can get rid of all the rusted chassis that is not required, and then we will get back onto the 911, which Dex is playing with at the moment. So yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can have the 912 parts car finished, pulling apart, and we can move back onto the 911 and start making progress. From the other side, how I fell and hit my head by trying to lift up the back roller. So if you want to grab that side, I can hold it here, it's fine. So you got the nose up now by itself. What's left to come off here? Just the front arms. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Well, it's a lot of rust under there. Wasn't much holding that front of the suspension, was it? Yeah.
She's a goner.
Stuffed. But we'll just undo it, and well, there's only a couple of bolts really, so.
Yep.
Fun times. And then we can just cut the rest of it up, and away we go.
Perfect. Good job.
Okay.
So it took about an hour, but got these shocks off the rear areas there. They're completely munted, of course. Nuts were gone. Dad's been working away on the front end, but having similar difficulties, aren't you?
Yeah. It's not wanting to play the game, but that's okay.
Everything's just seized and stuck together and whatnot, so yeah, getting there.
Just cutting up the last bits of the 912 here. Just going to video a little bit of that so everyone can see what's going on. So cutting up the last bit so we can chuck it out, take it to the tip. Here we go. Finish that off, and then that'll come in half. Nice, so that'll be fine.
Nice work. From big things, little things happen.
Sorry?
From big things, little things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Paul Kelly.
Paul Kelly.
G'day. So, here we are. It's kind of the end of the day now, and I didn't video at all. It was probably pretty tedious, and you were just going to see me getting angry with stuff. Not pleasant. But this is the end of the 912. It is cut up into, this is the front end. It is all cut up. Everything's off it, of course, and it's, well, clearly had better days, and now it is no longer. So it's going to the tip, and that's pretty much the end of it. So hopefully from here we can continue to dismantle a couple of the bits that came off it, and then we'll move on to getting back into doing the bodywork on this car. Looking forward to that now, and yeah, really looking forward to getting back onto the car, having a bit more fun with the bodywork, and actually turning it back into what we wanted it to be. So we've spent probably the best part of 3 months now in sort of stripping this 912 for the parts that we bought it for, and now it's back onto the 911. Anyway, that's all for now. Catch you soon.